How you doing, folks? Captain Shambles here. And if you're like me and played Dysterra, you probably are as disappointed as I am. This game just doesn't cut it. And I'll give you some reasons why in this video. So Dysterra is pretty much Rust with a sci-fi twist. With robots and with guns. You don't start naked, you start out with a pistol, an AR, and clothing and all that good stuff. But let's get straight to the game. Gameplay mechanics. I love the shooting mechanic. I mean, you can pretty much, with no effort, kill the robots, kill players. It's effortless. I mean, it's the guns have no recoil. You don't even have the ADS. You can just, like, hit fire, and it's pretty much boom. That's it. That's all the mechanics are. You can jump around, and that's about it. There's not it's pretty bare bones, the mechanics of the game. Your base building, it's about the same as Rust, except you have to it's easier to find materials. The materials have a higher multiplier than Rust ever did on the vanilla servers. And just like Rust, your houses or your base will decay if you don't have this thing. I think it's called a beacon or something like that. You put your Terra site into. Anyway, I have my base on a 50-hour Terra site buffet. So for me, I'm fine. But yeah, it's just like Rust. Your house will decay if you don't keep it up to date with Terra site. So yeah, and you can upgrade the foundation, upgrade the walls. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, people don't. I've not been in a situation on the PvP server when someone actually was like, "Here, let me go and raid your base," which is in Rust. That's what you do. On the PvE side, you just make a little cube, put your stuff in there, and that's it. Graphically, the game looks horrendous. Rendering, lagging, it just doesn't have the performance. I don't know how this game was put into release, because it is the graphics are dog water. It really is. And I wanted to give this game a chance. I tried to give this game a chance. I tried to really play it. I played about 10 hours of it, but I don't know. It's something about it that just doesn't it doesn't speak out to me like Rust did. Rust, Icarus, those type games. And I really think to myself, they could have done so much more. Because all you do, you hop in, you kill robots, you forage for items, you craft things. If you have PvP, you shoot a few players, you have your base, you go and you fight the robots, you fight the humans and at their bases. There's no really quest to do, but it's pretty much just like Rust without any like trees or hatchets or fun. It's just not fun. And then you have the Terrifier erupts, and yeah, that's pretty much what you have in Dysterra. There is a single player component, but I played it. You just do the same thing. It's just get on a PvE server and team up and take out bases. That's pretty much all the game is. It lacks in so many areas that I really can't fathom why they thought it was a good idea to bring it out even in early access. They should have had more time. There should have been. I mean, yeah, they had daily missions, but even the missions you do, it's kind of just a tutorial. Oh, here, you kill these guys and get this. You do this and get this. It's just not a fun game. And unfortunately, I think Cacao Games tried something, but it wasn't innovative. It was pretty much what Rust had done for the last 15 years, right? Or 10, 15 years. So it's just, for me, it's just not a game that I'm thinking I want to spend a couple hundred hours in. It's just not. I'll go play Rust. So that's kind of my review of the game. Right now, as it sits in early access, it's about a 2 out of 5. It's really, truthfully, and honestly not worth anybody's time. And it kind of shows the player base is not there. I mean, you walk around a PvP server, a PvE server, and you can find nobody. I mean, I was on a PvP server for 2.5 hours after I did not find a single person. In fact, I even left my base. I took off the base door to my base, had it fully open, and just sat there, and no one came in. And I built one right in the middle of like where people will be going back and forth to a base. So in that respect, it's just, honestly, the game is a waste of time. There's no other way to say it. In fact, all the things that I said previously in the video, you're probably gonna find out yourself. And the foraging and the food, you can actually starve to death while you're not in the game. So they literally make you log in the game every single day to prevent yourself from dying and from starving to death. And then on top of that, you have to also log in to keep up your base with Terracite. So it's just one of those things where it's like they had a fun concept, but they took what Rust did and overdid it. And it's just not a fun game. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments down below. This is my thoughts. It's a 2 out of 5, and hopefully early access they'll improve it and make it better. But I think it's one of these things like with Lost Light. The developers saw a quick money grab, like a ripoff of Rust, like Lost Light ripped off Tarkov, and think, oh, we'll make a lot of money off this game, make it $30, and hey, we'll just make a killing and we'll leave it. There's no one playing the game that I can see. I mean, there may be a couple thousand people on there, but there's not enough to really sustain things. And the way they had the early access launch, it was really one of those things where you thought it was delayed by an hour, and they said, we're keeping these servers up for X amount of time. And it doesn't make sense how they explain what they were going to be doing on the servers at launch. They're going to keep them running for a certain amount of time, yet the game isn't early access, and they're expecting people to pay $30 for it. So I digress on it. I don't know what they're going to do, what their plans are. I haven't seen a roadmap for it. If you have, let me know in the comment down below and link me the roadmap. Because right now it looks like a game that's pretty much going to be at a dead end. But that's my review, 2 out of 5. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Dysterra. And for me, it's a hard pass. Have a good one. Thank you, Cacao Games, for Dysterra. Apologies for the ruthless review, but that's my opinion. And as a reviewer and a gamer, it doesn't matter if I'm giving the game or not. I have to give you an honest opinion of it. And honestly, you should avoid this game and not play it. Just play Rust, honestly. Have a good one. I'm Capture Animals. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time for more videos. Later.